Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this audio slash video, I want to talk about, you being prepared to be successful with women. All right. And the reason why a lot of guys aren't successful with chicks is because they are not prepared to be successful. So what do I mean by this? The thing is, there's certain things you need to do beforehand in order to, have success with women, right? So for example, let's say a guy, he is going on a date with a chick, and I've talked about this in my audio program, actually my video program, which is called How to Get a Girl Back to Your Place, right? And you can get that at badboymembership.com. But basically, let's say a guy's going on a date with a chick, and then he's bringing her back to the crib, right? But he doesn't clean his house. So he's bringing this chick back to a crib that's kind of not that clean, right? It's going to ruin sort of the flow of the evening, because she's going to get back to your crib and then she's going to see how dirty it is. And she's like, oh my God, this guy's a slob. And that might take her out of the mood. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that if you would have cleaned your room and cleaned your house, before you left the house, or just keep your house as clean as possible in general, then when you actually go out and talk to girls, it'll be easier for you to pull, because you know that, oh, well, yeah, I could go back to my crib because my shit is spotless right now. Let me make this happen. You understand? But if you're outside and you're chilling and you end up meeting some chick and she wants to go back to your house and you're like, damn, my house is all fucked up right now, that's going to make it harder for you to pull chicks back, because, you're going to be thinking in the back of your head how fucked up your house is. You feel what I'm saying? So you're not prepared to be successful with that chick. You understand? Same thing where, a lot of guys don't carry condoms around. You understand? Like, you should have a condom at least in your wallet or somewhere on you at all times. Now think to yourself, do you carry condoms with you? Do you have a condom in your wallet right now? Did you have a condom today while you were walking around doing your thing? Right? See, if you don't have that, you're not prepared to be successful with the women. Do you understand? Because at any time you can get yourself into a situation where it's going to be necessary for you to need that condom. Right? And see, this is the thing. By not doing that, by not having it on you, right? It's sort of like you end up, getting into a situation where you're routinely sort of just going about your day in your life, not expecting that type of shit to happen. Do you understand? Because if you felt like, oh, I go out, I hang out, I do my thing, and I meet women, and there's a lot of times where I'll meet a woman and she wants to have sex with me, then guess what? You would be having condoms on you. But the fact that you don't, it's basically saying, well, this shit doesn't happen to me. I don't get girls. Girls don't have sex with me. So why am I going to why am I carrying condoms around? Do you understand what I'm saying? So just just the fact of you actually carrying a condom, right, puts you in a more successful position than a guy that doesn't have the condom, just by you having it. Do you understand? Puts you in a more successful position than a guy who doesn't, because the guy who doesn't, on a subconscious level, he doesn't feel like he's really going to make anything happen anyway. This is why he doesn't do it. Right? You having the condom, or consistently being the type of guy who, make sure he has condoms around, it's because you are expecting, even on a subconscious level, to be having sex. You understand? Unless you're one of them dudes that just do it raw, and I just don't suggest you do that. You understand? But this is why you should have the condom, because if you have the condom, or you carry condoms around, then that gives you more incentive to try to make something happen, because you have the tools you need to actually have that sexual experience. You understand? It's the same way where the guy, the person who cleans up their house, if you know that your house is clean, it's more like an incentive, like, oh, well, I left, before I left my house, this shit is spotless. I make sure it was clean. So when I was going out tonight, I'm trying to bring a chick back to the house. You understand? So it's the same thing when you carry condoms, you're preparing yourself to be in that mind frame of, cool, let me try to find some chicks to have sex with. Right? So, you have to make sure that you're preparing yourself to be successful. Same thing goes with your parents. Like I was saying, in other videos, is that your parents is important. So how you dress, make sure you're dressing nice, make sure that you get your hair cut, you're well groomed, you shave, you smell good, all this other stuff, right? Now, if your appearance is tight, right, and you see a woman that you're attracted to, you're going to be a little bit more confident about going and talking to her because you're looking good. Right? Versus if, let's say you didn't take a shower in 2 days, your face is all, you're not shaven, you understand, you don't smell that great for whatever reason, you understand, and you go outside to the store, a couple blocks down from your house or something, and you see this bad chick, and you're like, damn, I want to go and holler, but then you're thinking, oh shit, but I stink and I look like a slob. Do you understand? So the thing is that you're not preparing yourself to be successful because you didn't take the time out to make sure that your appearance was tight. So the thing is that no matter where you go, your appearance will be tight if you continuously keep it tight. Right? So that when you do run into these chicks who you want to holler at, you're already ready to make that happen because, your appearance is on point and you feel good about yourself, and then it's going to make you appear more confident, and that's going to make the interaction better. You understand? So, it's these little things that you need to do in order to make sure that your situation flows well. You understand? Make sure your appearance is tight, make sure your house is clean, make sure that you have condoms. Cause I even remember one time I was actually, this is like years ago, I was out or whatever. And, I would usually have condoms on me. Right. So I remember like I had a condom. I went and messed with this chick. I used the condom. And then the next day I was like, leaving my house, and I just realized I didn't have any condoms on me. And I was like, I should go back in the crib and go get some. Right. But then I was like, fuck it. I'm, on my way to somewhere else. I'm rushing or whatever. Right. And I could have bought some outside, but then it sort of slipped my mind. Right. So next thing you know, I'm going through my day, doing what I'm doing. And, I'm on my way home. One of my boys hit me up. He's like, yo, come through to this spot, blah, blah, blah. I went through to the spot, started talking to some girl, we got all touchy feely and all this other stuff, we making out. And she lived like 2 or 3 blocks from the spot. So we get to the spot, I'm in the crib, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't got no fucking condoms. Right. So we ended up not really doing anything. Like we was making out, and she gave me head a little bit, but that was it. But I didn't smash because I didn't have the condom on me. You see what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you are prepared, right? You got to make sure that you're prepared to make something happen. And see, when you're not prepared, you're making it a little bit harder on yourself, because the thing is, when it comes to you actually making things happen with chicks, it's all about like, the logistics of the shit sometimes. Even like, when you, like, let's say, for example, you're like supposed to be going out with some chick or whatever, right? And you're supposed to meet her, downtown, wherever you live or whatever like that. So then you got to say, okay, how am I going to get her from where we're at either back to my place, or is her place closer? How are we going to do this? You understand? Like, you got to think about all that stuff beforehand if you're trying to make something go down. You understand? Because you have to make sure that everything can run smoothly in order for you to get her, to bed, in order for you to get her naked. You feel what I'm saying? Because if the logistics aren't right, that can ruin basically everything. So let's say you meet the chick, and then next thing you know, like, you try to get her back to your place, but you didn't have your car that weekend or something. Your car is in the shop, and now you're like, 10 miles away from your house, and her house is like another 10 miles away. And then you're like, damn, I don't got enough money for a cab. Like, It's all this crazy shit. So you got to make sure that you have all the logistics set up. So you say, okay, cool. Well, my car's in a shop right now, so I'm gonna either borrow my friend's car or I'm gonna get some money so I can have a cab. We could get in this cab afterwards, so we could just go straight back to my crib, whatever it is. And that's you thinking of actually preparing yourself to be successful in that situation by planning beforehand what needs to go down, right? Because sometimes the reason why you're not going to make something happen is because of these little things that you don't really think too much about sometimes, right? So you might want to take a chick home and you're like, damn, well, like she's leaving the next morning because she's visiting here from Europe, and now she's going to be going at this time. So now how am I going to get her back here and then do this and do that? It's like all these different things you got to think about. You understand? You got to, before you leave your house, you say, okay, make sure I got some condoms. I got to do this. I got to do that. Make sure I'm looking good. Make sure I have all this stuff set up and in place so that when I go out and do my thing, everything is where it needs to be. Everything is set up in a way so that no matter what happens, if I take it back to my place, my house is clean. If I go to her spot, I got the condoms. My appearance is tight. So no matter what, when I go out, if I see chicks anywhere, I'm ready to spit because my shit is looking tight. You understand? If I'm at a place and I'm talking to a girl and I find out, oh, she lives, this far away, I'll just take her back to my spot instead of going back to her spot. So all of this is you preparing yourself to be successful with the chick. You feel me? So that's all I wanted to say for today. Guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below to send me your questions. Also go to Bad Boy Membership and join the Bad Boy Membership. And you can also check out my video program, the step-by-step guide on getting a girl back to your place. You can definitely check that out. And, holla at me. All right. So that's it. I'm out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. It gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.